What's up guys, Nathan here. Welcome to my channel. Procrastination, something that most people struggle with, whether that's in school, getting the motivation to start doing your homework or that assignment or start studying for a test, or at work, similarly getting the motivations to start doing that project or motivation to clean your room. Whatever it is, most of us struggle with procrastination. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to break that procrastination habit and how to accomplish those things you want to get done. And I may even throw in an extra one, so make sure you watch right into the end to see it. Okay, so tip number 1, write down the goal you want to accomplish. Like I was saying before, whether that is to study for your homework, to finish that assignment, or start that project, or clean your room, or buy a car, whatever it is, write it down, and also, not only writing it down, but write down when you want to complete it by. And by doing this, you will set that goal not only physically on paper, but also in your mind. Because if you're just thinking about starting your homework or thinking about studying for that test, you're just thinking about it. You're not actually trying to do it. But if you set a deadline, you're going to start thinking about, oh, when I'm going to do this, when am I going to set aside time to actually start studying or doing that work. There's something about seeing a goal handwritten down on paper that actually helps you and motivates you to work towards that goal. So I remember in university when I was studying for exams, I would write down the time slots that I'd study for each subject. So if I wanted to study math, I'd study that from 9 till 11. And then I'd take like a 10-minute break, go for a walk. And then from 11:10 till 12:10, I would study chemistry. And so I would follow that path, and it actually helped me to stay on track and finish those subjects I wanted to get done. Tip number 2, using momentum to your advantage. So I'm sure you guys have heard of the snowball effect, where starting something small, working on that, will eventually grow into something a lot bigger. This can be translated over to beat procrastination. It's so much easier to motivate yourself to study or do something for 5 minutes than it is to study or do something for an hour or 2 hours. And by doing that, sitting down and doing something for 5 minutes, you will then gain a little bit of momentum. And after that 5 minutes, it'll be so much easier to keep going and to keep working towards that than would it be to just start from scratch. Tim Ferriss, he's the author of The 4-Hour Work Week, Tools of Titans, and he's coming out with another one in a few weeks. His goal when writing these books was to write 2 crappy pages per day. That's it. That was his goal. If he got that done, great. You know why that was his goal? Because by writing 2 crappy pages, that would eventually gain momentum and he would motivate himself to continue writing if he got on a roll. But if he didn't and it wasn't going anywhere, he met his goal and that was it. He could put his notes down for the day and go do something else. But like I said, when he was on a roll, he could write 10, 20, 30 pages in one day just because he started with those 2 crappy pages as a goal. Did you ever notice that the things that we don't want to do are the things that we procrastinate on? As opposed to the things that we want to do, we would never procrastinate on that. Like going to the movies or eating. We would never procrastinate on that because it's something we want to do. But studying, cleaning your room, taking the dog out, those are something we don't really want to do, so we put those off. And so tip number 3 is to change your thoughts towards doing those things you don't want to do. Think about your future self and how much you'll thank yourself for studying hard on that test. I remember when studying for exams, I was getting bogged down by all the work and actually tired of doing it. I would visualize myself in the future getting those good grades because I studied so hard, and then thanking my past self for working hard and not giving up and pushing through that downtime when you lack that motivation. So next time you're trying to motivate yourself to study, think about the results that you want to get done and how good you'll feel after you complete those things. Whether that's getting a good grade on a test, getting recognition from a teacher or a boss or a colleague, getting a pay raise, whatever it is, think about the positive outcomes and use that to motivate you and to drive you to complete that task. This leads to the last, bonus point or bonus tip, and that is to give yourself small wins. Sometimes you can't just focus on the end goal because it seems so far off and never achievable. But if you give yourself small wins, if I think about like a sports game, sure, winning the game is the end result and the end goal you're trying to strive towards, but scoring goals or making that good tackle or whatever it is, those will motivate you to continue to work hard and give you those small wins that will eventually help you with the end result. Taking it back to like studying or working on a project, if you give yourself small wins by giving yourself a treat after completing one section of the project or going for a walk after completing a chapter of your assignment, this will incentivize you to continue to push through and press on and be persistent into working towards that goal. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed my video and want to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments about beating procrastination, you can ask them down below. Thanks guys, have a great day.